Hey, it's Amanda, creative gardener. What's going on? I want to talk about my Moringa plants again. Got another update. They just exceeded my wildest dreams. So all of the plants I've got around the garden were planted, were sown. The seeds were sown all at the same time. Sorry about that. They all germinated and they all grew at the same time. They've all been placed in the soil at this transplanted at the same time, but their growth and development has been different. So which one should I talk about first? Let me just talk about this one. I mean, this one was, okay. So I've got three main beds. Yeah, I have to do it this way. I've got three main beds, and we've got this tree growing here, and it's flowering nicely. It was slow growing, and I didn't expect it to grow like this. I had another spare one that, again, I just put it here because I used to use this bit as a composting pile, and I put it here thinking I don't want to lose it, so let me just plant it here because I didn't have anywhere else to put it. And look, it's starting to grow. It's growing next to my clementary tree, which, oh my gosh, it's the first time I've seen the berries from this tree. Anyway, but that's for another video. So let us go right to the back. So this one is flowering, and if you look at the size, it's about 6 foot. 6 foot? Maybe not. 5'8". I'm 5'8", so yeah, 5'8", 10, 5'10". It's about 5'10". This particular one. Okay, so come with me and you'll see there's a world of pure imagination. Okay, now we've got some sad stories behind here. Oh my gosh. Oh, so this is this one here. This one is the one that kind of bolted and grew really well, and I was, getting the leaves from it and everything. I'm not sure. I think it's because of the weather that we're having, and we need, obviously a lot more rain, as to why the leaves are dropping off, and it's trying to just focus its production on the pods that it produces, and it's just got a few leaves. It's got the flowers at the top, and so this particular one is like 7 foot. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I'm just so made up. What I might do with this particular one, because I don't know what's going on with that on there, is I won't eat this one. Won't eat the pods from here. Yeah, see, they're just drying off. They're just dried off, and I don't know, maybe it's competing with the Mexican sunflower. What I'll probably have to do is just cut them back a bit. Anyway, so this was one of the first. This was like the biggest, and I was just like, oh my goodness, look at that. And all the others were really small. And so, as I say, look, these were planted exactly the same time, and they've had so much trouble growing. And maybe if I mulch more, it might make a difference. But this particular area was really fertile. So I've got about 11, 12 Moringa trees growing, and they're all growing at different stages. So here's another one. So it's about half the size of the other one, but look, it's already sending out these. They all flowered really early. Again, I've got another one over here. That's even smaller than the previous one. And again, this one, there was loads of flowers. It's not doing so well in terms of, again, it's just probably the dry weather. I mean, we've had a bit of rain. There's two plants here growing. Oh, is it 2 plants? Oh, it's not. I always thought it was 2. It just sent out a side shoot. Okay. Because I was going to move it. But anyway, look at these. We've got 2, 4, 6 of these things. This is the longest one. And then come with me. Again, see, they were all at the same, started at the same height, but in different places. So this is actually really good for me because it tells me what's going on in different areas of the garden. And, you know, because they're supposed to do really well in really poor soil. So this isn't like, you know, like some of the places that you see it growing, it's just like, well, I'm sure this soil is better, but, you know, again, it's a very small plant, and so it's hard to see how, you know, they're the same plant but not thriving very well in a particular area. And this particular spot gets waterlogged, so that might be a reason that, you know, the water runs when it rains, although we haven't had the rain, but the water runs down and settles in these areas here. If I turn to my right, we've got a plant growing here, a tree growing here. Seems to be the leaves are a lot smaller than you would expect. Okay, and I know I've got one kind of screaming for so this is one I think I rescued. It was growing, where was it growing? It was growing just here. I put it here, but people kept stepping on it, so I moved it over there. Okay, so we've got 4 more. I've got 4 more to show you. Okay, so I planted, yeah, these 3 were all the same, and you've got 2 that got left behind, and this one, it hasn't flowered like some of the others, and it's just throwing out the leaves, and I can see some ants on there, so I'm wondering, you know, when some of the leaves, you know, have turned yellow, so I'll have to investigate. But online I never really saw, you know, that the Moringa tree had any problems. Shout out to Paul and the Money Mob and the team at the Money Mob station. They had a young man on the station talking about his Moringa farm in Nigeria. Actually, he might be somebody to speak to in terms of the quality of the soil that you need. Anyway, so this is, and these 2 were just like really sad, and I've been watering them. I've been giving them, the ones that I give a lot of treatment to seem, maybe that's the answer. But some of them, as I say, some of them I haven't really touched at all, and they're not doing that well. But this is the piece de resistance. Take a look at this beauty. So this, again, just suddenly shot up. It's like 15 feet, and look at all the production, the pods. Look at all of that. Isn't that amazing? I am just overwhelmed, and it's still flowering. We've still got some flowers here, so we're still going to shoot out some pods. And I have seen, I think this is probably going to be a really well growing tree. I've seen like the trunk of the tree really big, like 3 times the size, even 4 times the size, providing a lot of shade and providing a lot of pods where the person had it growing. So I'm going to let these pods grow a bit more, and we're going to want to taste them So this is the tree that we're going to be tasting them from. And I'm just amazed at the production. It's just like, wow, I never knew that I could do this. I've always wanted to grow moringa. I'm so, oh gosh. Do you know what? Being out here, and I think I've gushed about it before, but being out and being able to produce is just an awesome feeling. Knowing these were just, you know, I think I got the seeds from a friend. There were 12 seeds or 15 seeds, and I put them in the soil, and they've grown. And look, now I've got a tree, and the birds are fighting over. And do you know what? The hummingbirds love the flowers. So in the early evening, you see the hummingbirds. I think I've got a video. If I can add it, I'll try and remember to add it. The hummingbirds come and sip the nectar of the flowers, and every now and again, so I'll come out and, oh, I haven't really tasted a flower that hasn't opened, so let's. It tastes like, you know, oh, okay. What is that? Some sort of fly. It didn't taste too bad. I find it kind of, I think it'd be better in a smoothie. I mean, I still eat the leaves, because it's just like, you know, the amount of vitamins in the leaves. It's got a little kind of, not sharp, spicy flavour that kind of gets you, oh gosh, where's my words? So I'll just come and pick and eat, if you eat it quickly. Because I know it's doing me good. Sometimes I make a tea from them. I haven't yet dried them, but that's what I'm going to do, because I think you probably give the dog as well. If they can provide us with nourishment, I'm sure it can provide the dog with nourishment. So that'll be its greens that it will get with all the vitamins and minerals. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it. That's the last tree. I wanted to leave the best till last. But I will be, you know, just, I guess, updating you on the smaller ones to see how we can, you know, maybe they need to be moved. Maybe they're competing. Maybe if I put them in a pot away from here, perhaps that particular spot hasn't got the nourishment that it needs, even though it's, you know, packed with, you know, nutrients and stuff. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it there for now. And you know, look forward to, look at these. I mean, they look pretty though. They look so delicate and pretty. But perhaps it's a good thing that they haven't all grown to that size, or else it'll be quite overwhelming to have all of the moringa trees like 15 feet. But I will find a spot around the garden, maybe at the front. I'll plant, I actually might move a couple of them around the front so that it will add some interest around there. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Why not? Okay, so take care for now, and I'll see you on another update. Oh, let's just focus on the flower, shall we? The dog's just looking at me thinking, who are you talking to? I'm not there. How pretty is that? See you soon.